o'clock, and here we are, live at the Workbench with Paul and Brian.
What's up, everybody?
Hello to our 0 viewers so far. I know that you'll be watching this in post. It's okay. I can see it on my screen because I have like metrics stuff from StreamYard. Here we are. We're back. I was gone last week. Nobody's here, so I really don't even know why I'm saying this. Okay, we got a few peeps. Alex is here. What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Yeah, I was gone last week because of we had some friends in town, so I was busy entertaining in the big city.
It actually worked out pretty well. I had one day at work last Wednesday, so all went well.
Oh, we got a good crew. All right, so we got Alex, Jeff, Michael, and Backstep Andy all up in the spot.
Yeah, man.
Alex, I exist. We know you exist. And thank you. I'm sorry. I just thought the zero eyeballs watching me be a dumbass.
Alex exists.
Look at how young I look without all my hair. You thought I looked young before, Alex. Ooh, how about now?
Now it's just a little.
I keep getting. The funniest thing is since I cut my hair, I've gotten carded like 5 times, and I haven't gotten carded in years. It's kind of ridiculous, but
no fun.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm always like, oh yes, you can see my ID. Let me get it out. As the moths come out, and the spiders and the cobwebs and stuff all come off of my ancient license. Like I don't even is that Aramaic? What is that written in?
I have like an older style license. They changed them. I don't know, a couple of years ago here in Florida, and
they started adding like holograms and shit to them.
They changed like the whole design, and like right before they did it, what did I do? I think we bought this house or something, so I just got a new license with a driver's license, or I'm sorry, a new address with my driver's license, and it was only $20 or something to renew it for another couple of years. So it doesn't expire until like, I don't know, 2026 or something crazy like that. So
okay, that makes sense.
But people always stare at the license and they're like, look at me and stare at the license and look at me. And they're like, what the? Is this fake? Yes, I bought a fake license. Thank you.
Yeah. No. We got Edward Leonard out in the chat too. Hey, what's going on, Edward? Welcome in. Let's see. Tonight I am working on OMC still. I might pull out that DOM and start snapping together a little bit out of that DOM that's been sitting on my shelf for a while because I've been meaning to. Thank you very much for the props on the haircut. I do appreciate it. And Paulie, what are you working on tonight?
I'm still working on the Sinatra Stein narrative version. Hold on.
Right. It's a big kit, right?
Yeah, and I haven't touched it since we were last year.
You're being true to the stream.
Something like that. Here,
where's my little fake soundboard? Do I have applause on it?
Wah, wah, wah.
How about this? There you go.
Yeah, I just haven't had much time. It was my son's birthday party over the weekend.
Oh, well, that's pretty rad. He's a little guy still, though, right?
Yeah, he turned 4, actually.
4? Well, he's not a little guy for too long.
No, I'm old.
You're not that old. Here, I'll swap my camera over too. Here we go. Sorry about this. There we go. Yeah. And I'm working on tonight to start out my dudes and dudettes out there in TV land. I am doing some scribing work. So got my jubblies here. And this is one that I've already done some scribing work too. As you can see, well, maybe you can't tell, but you can see the scribies on it. It was focused so nicely for a second there, but they look a little bit choppy. This was the first one, so it didn't. I was, maybe a little bit drunk when I started working on this. This side looked good. I think this was after I screwed up that other side and was like, "Fuck, I need to pay attention." But yeah, so and I'm also scribing through 3 or 4 different kinds of surface material, epoxy putties, fillers of different brands, Tamiya putty, Mr. Putty, Squadron putty, epoxy filler, styrene, resin, regular PE plastic for the Gundam. But anyway, so that was numero uno. So this is numero dos. As y'all can see, it is a lot crispier. Looking fit, looking fine. Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? And I'm just going to keep doing this. So I obviously got to do a little bit of refining to the surface condition on this because it's really messed up from just the process of sculpting. This is just the first prime on these. It's all part of that game to find out where the pits are, where the high spots are, and smoothez-vous it all out, as I like to say. And yeah, so I'll be outlining these guys, doing some more scribing time in there and here, but using my favorite scribing tool, the Dymo tape. I know not everybody likes to use this stuff, but I like to use it, and I think it works really well for doing straight lines.
What do they use if they don't use that? They just freehand? That seems really difficult.
No. There's a lot of different kinds of stuff. There's like a Tamiya masking tape for it. There's also obviously masking or scribing tape. Some people just like to use the. I have some over here. The scribing templates. These guys. These are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I use these from time to time, but I find them a little bit. Because my shit is often like really funky and custom. Bless you. No worries. Bless you. But because my stuff tends to be a little bit funky and weird shaped, it's hard to use those in application. I need them to be like individual plates or something smaller that I can, noodle into a spot.
Yeah, that's tough to hold that template up to your part.
Oh, Kyle.
And especially if the part's round and the template's flat. Where is it? Yeah, I knew there was different brands. I wasn't thinking that way. I was just thinking like the Dymo style type in general, like that tape. I didn't. Outside of that,
gotcha.
Freehanding seems nerve-wracking.
I freehand some things, but usually it's a little shaky. It's a little rough.
I think I have MadWorks tape, which is Dymo. It's the same.
Gotcha. Just same kind of shit, essentially, just different branding.
Yeah. I think I have a couple of MadWorks chisels, and I bought it all at the same time.
Gotcha. A couple things popped up here in the chat real quick. I want to address them. We got Michael saying that he wishes he could join us working on his GPO 5, but he is instead working on a paper about Nosferatu. Now, is that the book or the movie? Just a question for you, Mr. Michael.
Didn't they are they coming out with a series now too about that, right?
Nosferatu?
Yeah. I think there's a series. I don't know if it's. I think it might be on Amazon.
Oh. I am not 100% sure. I should look into that though, because I had the old VHS of Nosferatu and read the book as well. It was a long time ago in high school, and I was super obsessed with vampires, as we all were in the 90s.
You know what? I was watching Interview with a Vampire when I got home from work today. It was on some channel.
Oh, nice. For you, my friend Paul, we have a question.
What's up? What do we got?
It's on the deck. It's on the screen. You should be able to see it, I believe, right? It says,
yeah. Hey, Paul, what do you think about a kit bash between a Gabaldi rebake, a Gushin rebake, and a Barbatos? Well, I mean, the Gushin and the Barbatos are both IBO kits. They should kit bash. I mean, I'm sure you'll see plenty examples where parts from both were used on one kit. I think I think depending on how you pull it off or what you put together, that should work fine. They have similar style.
Mm-hmm.
Should look cool.
I think that, so Kyle asked me this question earlier today, and I was talking to him a little bit about kit bashing and that on my chat, or not my chat, but my comments. And I believe that your autocorrect changed Gusian to Fusion Rebake, so I was confused and thinking it was another Build Divers kit or something along those lines. So Hasaki just jumped in. What's up, Hasaki? I got to say what up to him real quick while I'm answering this question to Kyle. Sorry, Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle.
Sorry, Kyle. But yeah, I did a Gusian full city rebake. So technically, I could almost do a 100 scale bash of that, even using the high grade Gabaldi bake as accents. So that's interesting. Food for thought for me. and for you.
I think if this is your first kit bash, you've picked something with similar aesthetic design, so it should come out pretty good. It's not like you've taken something from you see that's really boxy and then tried to mix it in with an IBO kit and does put RX-78 feet on a Barbatos leg. A little funky, and you have to do quite a bit of work to get it to match up style wise. I think you should be in pretty good shape to start off with.
I agree with you, Paul. Back on the tape, we got Alex saying he likes Haikyuu, and Jeff also says he likes Haikyuu. Alex, you know what? Daimo does slide around a little bit, so you got to be careful. You got to tone back those ham fists, my brother.
Oh, that's what I have. Haikyuu. I'm sorry, not this stuff. Haikyuu.
Look at that, Paul too, traitor. No,
Haikyuu.
I
think I have a thicker one somewhere here too. I think this is a 3 mil, and I think I have a 5 or 6 mil somewhere shoved in the drawer of death.
Oh, right, your junk drawer.
It's in the tape and sandpaper drawer.
Jumping back over to the Gabaldi Bash. Kyle says, think about using the arms and feet to lupus, and notice that the Gabaldi Bake has some Barbatos symbols upon it, which makes sense as it's supposed to be it's like a cartoon, an animized. What a word is that? It's like the cartoon version of a kit bash. So yeah, it makes sense that they would have still have some Barbatos markings on it or Tekkadan markings, even if it is out of the storyline. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's from Diver, right? Build Divers. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Build Divers.
Yeah. Build Divers. I still have to go back and watch that now. Dub's out there on Gundam Info.
Yeah, and they're going to make like a season 2, right? It's going to be a follow up. The next one, I think.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to get. I don't know what they're calling it, but it's. I don't know if there's going to be the same characters or it's going to be like Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try, where it's same universe, different characters. But I believe the next Gundam series is another Build Divers series.
Well, it would make sense as that's worked well for them over the last few years. Fighters Try, Island Wars, Divers,
Yeah, I'm bored of it. I'd like to see something original. But
it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. And then what they're rehashing everything with like Hathaway's Flash and redoing, is it G Gundam or no Rekko? They're redoing Rekko or
kinda. It's like a compilation movie rather than
like a
series. And I think they have like a couple extra pieces of footage or something like that.
Cool.
Yes, it does sell kits, Alex. Exactly. That's I think their main focus, which is fun.
Yeah. That is what it's all about. Even like GBWC is all just about how they can slang a couple more kits. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's their job. They're in the business to sling kits.
Slang them.
Sling away, Bandai. Sling away. To touch back on your comment, Husky, I'm doing good, man. Good to see you around.
Hopefully the new one is better. I just heard Brian and I did not watch one, so
no.
I think we watched about the same, right? We watched like an episode or two, maybe 3.
A couple episodes in, and I was like, can't do it.
A little cringy.
Just couldn't do it. But I'm not I'm not the youngest duck in the pond.
It made it worse for me when everyone went a little like lowly. I was like, oh, that girl's like 12. Let's leave her be.
Well, hey, truth be told, some of the fans, and probably many of the fans,
were probably
12. So
very true.
That makes sense. That doesn't mean you have to like feed into their thirst. Over the anime characters. So
redo 0079. Yeah, I think just about everybody's on board with that.
Yeah, the beginning Gundam done again. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
they're working on it. I think, right?
I don't. I know someone was. We were talking about it, and I think someone in the chat a couple weeks ago had um, mentioned that, but I have never. I haven't seen anything about that yet.
Oh yeah, no, I had actually heard some stuff about that. I mean, I had speculated at the end of Origin when they were like up next, Gundam Begins, and I was like, oh dude, they're gonna keep going, which is hot. It's just what I read into it, and everyone's like, I don't know, that's really true. You got to be like guarded with this shit. You can't just like feed into it. They're never gonna make Crossbone. So, so I gotta stop laughing. All right, gotta stop laughing. But yeah, so I was like, dude, they're totally gonna do it, and it makes absolute sense because the classic, the OG, it needs an update. Not like because the OG doesn't read. It does read, but it deserves. It's such a good story, and it deserves the minutia that they gave to Origin when they gave when they did that animation adaptation of the selection from the Origin books, because I mean all of Beginning Gundam is outlined in the Origin manga.
Yep.
It's just like way better told because they had the budget, they obviously have the fan base now. So for me it's a no-brainer, but who am I? Nobody's listening to me.
No, I agree. And I think they did a couple of Origin kits, but you could definitely sell, you come out with a master grade Origin, Goof and
oh yeah,
a Zaku and a gun cannon and a gun tank or yada yada yada, and they're just slight redesigns on what you already have. And
well, yeah, and they all get that 2.0 whatever upgrade that that's the jam in my opinion.
That's what we want. 2.0s of everything, all the 2.0s.
So when you're up here for Anime NYC, we'll corner Tomio and
hey bud,
listen
here, Jack.
Hey, listen, mister, you do the robots, right? No, that is not what will happen.
I think I'd rather New Gundam rather than retreading the OG Gundam. Can I have both? I mean, do I have to pick one?
Yeah, there's no reason to have.
I mean, Origin's been going on for what? Quite a few, at least 5 years, more.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. I mean, it's not like they stopped making Gundam in that time. So,
no,
they made IBO at the same time.
They did all of IBO. Did how many build whatevers? Yeah, they did all that jazz. Thunderbolt also, as well as Twilight Axis, as well as and not narrative, as well as they did a lot of stuff. They continue to do it, so it's not like they're just going to do one.
Yeah, and I agree. I would love to see Sentinel or.
I'm gonna guess that they're gonna do, if they do redo Beginning Gundam or First Gundam, but they will do it in the movie format like they did with Origin, and we'll get a retread or a reissue of the original 3-movie series. Maybe not the 3 movies; it'll maybe be 5 movies or 6, like Origin was, to give it the full fleshy goodness that it needs.
Yeah, and they'll cut out a lot of the that was just kind of fluff to make a 50-episode TV show, and it wasn't really.
Well, I mean, there's very little
story.
It's more like they end up cutting shit out or doing weird stuff because they wanted it to be 50. What was it, 56 originally? My friends from Gundam podcast.
Yeah, I know it was over 50, and they cut it down to 47? I think 46.
Yeah, they cut down quite a bit. So, which at the time was kind of a relief because everyone was like, "Oh my god, overwhelmed."
Yeah. But I'd love to see Sentinel. But I do think that based on them doing Hathaway's Flash, they're going to move forward into UC. I think they're going to make more of an emphasis on late UC.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's more likely that we get Crossbone than Sentinel.
I think that they should lead that off with a better F91 OVA and then take that into Crossbone or tie it in. Because I mean, the Crossbone Vanguard are present in F91.
Yeah.
But it isn't Crossbone, which is what happens after F91, essentially.
Yeah, I agree. That would be great.
Yeah. Plus, I really like F91. So.
Yeah, Michael, I agree. The 15 episodes in the desert of the original Gundam kind of dragged out for me.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
It was just it was your typical TV show for kids, how will Char catch Amuro today, kids? Let's set a trap. You know, how does the Wile E. Coyote catch
Oh, the Roadrunner
the
today.
Roadrunner? Yeah.
Oh, this time it's a bow and arrow and a rocket backpack, or roller skates and a missile, or a giant pogo stick, or who knows.
What is?
Love
Yeah,
me
Zach is abandoning me here, but to be honest, I wouldn't want my child growing up here anyway. Oh yeah. Zach's moving to Florida. Alex, why don't you come?
Yeah. That means that when I come down to visit you, Paul, I can visit Zach.
Yeah, and USA Gundam Store.
Well, yeah, there's that too. And
All
Adam.
more.
And Adam. I have yet
Yeah.
to actually meet Adam in reality. I just talked to him online. So.
What about the Providence Gundam? What about it, Kyle?
Yeah, what do you got to say, my friend?
I have one.
I thought about buying one.
I got one. I dig it. I like the Providence.
Here's where I decide.
I want them to stop making crap like narrative. I liked narrative. I enjoyed it.
I did not watch it yet.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I'll say that my opinion might be a little skewed by the fact that I got to see it on the big screen.
I was gonna say I saw the primer for it on screen at Anime NYC, but I didn't get to see more than those 20, 25 minutes. They also put all over the internet.
I mean, it wasn't my favorite Gundam series, but it was kind of like a nice bridge to get away from Unicorn.
Yeah.
Like it advanced the story, like
away from our man Bonager.
Yeah. Make a master grade 100. Kyle, they do make a Providence master grade.
Yeah, it's really nice actually.
Yeah, it came out maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, that's
based on the Freedom 2.0 frame. So good stuff.
And it is impressive when assembled. A young builder that I used to talk to back when I did my old show down in South Brooklyn was he had built one for local competition. It was coming together quite well.
Yeah, big guy.
Yep, it's a big build.
Very cool. I like seed kits, so I have to build that and the Freedom.
That's true.
I got that.
You have abandoned your mission, Paul.
I know.
It's okay.
Cheated on everyone with this narrative Stein because when I got it, I just wanted to build it.
Wanted to, yeah, it's good. Don't worry.
What's up, George?
Oh, George has been on for a minute. He's just been lurking, popping in and out. He's probably, elbow deep in that clear high new.
Ooh. I built the regular. That was a really nice kit.
He keeps trying to intimidate me with all of his pictures, but I am undeterred. I will build my Verka High New Heavy Weapon System clear kit and custom paint the whole thing.
To not clear.
No. Actually, I have a very, very good idea that I kind of share with a friend of mine that you all know and are associated with as well, but I'm not going to talk about it, about clear kits and painting them. So I'm going to keep it on the hush for the big world and then pop it out next year after I get out of this city and move to a quieter neighborhood.
I just hate when they do weird-ass celestial spiritual ghosty nonsense.
Well,
that shit failed a long time ago.
Have you watched a lot of anime? It's all weird celestial ghosty bullshit. Though that's true. Like when they did Unicorn, they took a really, really hard lean into like super robot as opposed to real robot. Right, it got more like, as they call on one of the podcasts I listen to, it's like blue cupcakey kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean the end of Zeta was a little.
Well, that's like, yeah, that's where they first tickle it.
Yeah, like I mean, like the new type thing in New Gundam, I don't even know that really didn't even come up until like the end, you know? Like they talked about it, but you didn't really know what the hell they were even getting at. And then all of a sudden at the end, they just pulled that shit out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, he's got premonition because he's a new type.
Yeah. I mean, they probably weren't even. It's probably just caused by the evolution of the product, like the IP, the ideas, and everything. As a story goes along, it kind of starts to tell itself as it grows.
Space magic is an essential part of the UC. Yeah, I mean,
hey, the UC and Marianne Williamson's platform.
the UC timeline, 00 had a lot of, kind of stuff like that. Seed, I liked how Seed handled like why the main character is so strong, that he was like genetically modified, and I like the way IBO did it, where it had to do with surgeries the kids had to make the robot almost like part of their arm, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. The surgeries don't they don't always work out, and you don't normally survive. So it's not like you're the magic bean kid or whatever. It's more like, well, I mean, maybe in a way it is more like you're the magic bean kid because you survive, I guess. Maybe I misspeak there. So
do you think Legendary Pictures will do Gundam justice, unlike the original live-action movie?
I would imagine.
Maybe. I mean,
I have hopes.
Yeah, I'll say hopes, not faith. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. We'll wait until we see what comes out. Trust me, the fans are so strong that they won't be able to do a bad movie. It's not going to be another. What's that? F9? No. What's that one?
G Savior.
G Savior. Thank you. Ugh. Can't even watch it for
the system. Probably spelled that wrong. Yeah, that's a tough one to spell. That is a tough one. I mean, it's tough because, obviously you make, especially when you're trying to market these things and you're trying to sell toys off of them or model kits off of them, you can't kill the main character or it's not as easy to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you weren't trying to sell any, like here's your favorite pilot has his favorite Gundam, you can't kill him off in episode 3. It doesn't go very well. So how do you explain that the main character is, overpowered? Well, you have to come up with some kind of theory. So what is it that you say? He just happens to be strong. I mean,
coincidence.
Yeah. So
training, martial arts.
Yeah.
Child soldier. Sorry, that's C.
00. They had the RX-78 and Ready Player One looked great. It did.
I haven't seen Ready Player One yet, which is kind of a
shame. It was a good movie.
I've had it at my disposal since it was released in the theater, and I have yet to watch it.
It was an entertaining movie.
Yeah, the thing is, I've watched a bunch of stuff on about how it's like really not nearly as good as the book, and I love the book. So,
yeah, I mean,
I read the book way before the movie was even a glimmer in the fucking director's eye. So,
can you name one movie that did come out as good as a book it was based on, though? I mean, I can't think of one. That's just kind of like a
true,
like a fact to me. I can't think of anything where the movie was as good as the book was, if it's based on that kind of material.
Yeah, that's a toughie. It is a toughie. Yeah.
Nope, I can't think of one. I really can't.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Name a movie from Spielberg that sucked. I'd have to go look at his movies. I don't
know.
I'm sure
there are a couple of movies that he made that sucked, but they were like back in the 70s when he was still trying to like find his feet.
I'd have to look up like Spielberg movies. I know, a lot of them, but
yeah, I don't know. I'm offhand.
I'm sure there's a lot of them, like a lot of movies I've seen that I didn't even know he did. Ready Player One.
What we got here? Howard the Duck. Awesome. It was just weird.
Oh, he did War of the Worlds in 2005 with Tom Cruise. I wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah, well, that was Tom Cruise. Oh, what I'm working on here is parts of a Goosian. There's some Goosian parts here. There's some Full City parts here. This is the Full City shoulder, modified heavily. I mean, obviously that's a different end because I rebuilt everything. This is also a Goosian part here. This guy right here. This is a part from the Goosian Full City conversion. And here we go. Bam. Welcome back.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Lost you for a second, but that's I.
Yeah. We didn't mention that, but I have been having some.
I think we're still back. I think we're back.
Interwebs. Oh, I have 2 on there.
Yep.
Been having some interweb problems here in my house, so I dropped earlier as well before we went live. So if you guys see me drop, don't be shocked. I'll be back.
I think we're still alive. Why are there
2 balls? It's never enough.
Here you go. Now there's 2 balls.
Are they both working? I see them both, but one's just spinning.
Yeah, I just cut it out. You can't see it still, can you? I need to find a way to boot. Let me see. No. Get out of here.
Hey.
Ya fools. Settings. No. Well, I don't know. He's okay. I have to go. I'm actually going to go to YouTube and watch real quick to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm on. It just shows like it's 2 of me, but one's just in that spinning.
It still shows you in that, because I shut it off. All right, I'm going to go back to it. I don't know what's going on. Why won't I get rid of it?
Too many balls.
Let me see if I can do it this way. No, that doesn't do it. And now it won't let me remove it. Damn it, now it won't let me remove you from the stream. Computer!
Let me see what mine.
This changed over here. Okay.
It's weird on the like on my StreamYard, it's just showing just me and you.
Yeah, same as me. Yeah, same as me. Just showing me and you. I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Let me
Technology.
go. What if I go to just me, and then I just go to just you and me, and then I go like this? Did that change anything back in the real world?
Okay, now
there's
I'm
me.
on you.
There's you and me. Nope. And it switched to 3 of us.
Just the three of us.
All right, guys. Welcome to Technical Difficulties with Brian and Paul.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I would jump out and jump back in, but I'm scared there'll be three of me.
Hmm. You know what? Yeah. Why don't you try that?
All right, hold on. I'm going to leave this.
And I think there's probably still two Pauls because I can still see you on my screen, even though it was being a jerky. And here. Yep, it's Paul that doesn't exist still. What the heck, dang. All right, well, this is not very fun. Well, we still got Paul, but it's still being dumb.
Are there three of me now again? Two of me now?
Yeah, there's still two of you. I just stopped my own cam for fun. All right.
Hold on. Let me try one more thing. Just.
I'm gonna do a little tech. Uh-oh. No, there's three of you.
Okay, hold on.
1, 2. Wait for it. Oh, goodness.
I think it was because I closed that screen without leaving the studio. So I just tried to open it from history, but
Okay.
that would not work.
It's so bizarre. I don't know how to get rid of you.
My wife has that same problem.
Jesus. Wise guy.
Oh.
Because. All right, I'm going to jump out for a second, Paulie. It's your show.
All right. I'm here. How many of them? How many? Did it? Well, now it's me and me, so that's always good. It's the Paul and Paul Show. Thank you guys for coming out this Wednesday evening. Yeah, it's definitely not on Brian's end. It's something on mine. Yeah, I'm just perpetually loading and loading. Oh, Thursday morning for Alex. I'm sorry. We go by Eastern Standard Time. How's the future? Is it good? Morning run. Overachiever, you.
Come on. And I'm back.
Brian's back, and I was on. It was a show with me and myself.
It was Paul and Paul.
Yeah.
I literally can't get rid of this. It doesn't give me the option to ditch it at all. I don't know what's going on.
That is strange. Ho, 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 ho.
Go away.
You can't boot people out of the studio?
No, I don't know how. It won't give me the option. Like, I literally don't know. It just only lets me add you back to the stream. Weird. I ought to be able to kick. What the heck is going on?
We tried that, Alex. I left just a minute ago and came back, and it'll add a new me, but it still won't let Brian get rid of the other me. The me that doesn't work. The dysfunctional me.
Yeah, I can't. I literally can't get rid of him. I think I would have to recycle my end to get rid of it. What happens when I do this? This might fuck us up. Everybody, if this fucks us up, we'll be back in like 2 seconds with another one. I swear to you.
What do we do? Now, Brian. Strange. Oh, now it's loading Brian, loading me, and real me. Crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh, now it's just me and me.
Now it's loaded me back.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I tried to come back. My computer's being glitchy.
It's still me and me.
Why don't you try leaving? Did you try leaving the broadcast studio and then coming back in?
Yeah, I'll try it one more time just for shits and gigs. Let me see. I'm leaving now.
All right, it's me and non-existent Paul. Oh, why won't that go away? It's funny because on my actual screen, if I give a screen share, there, that's fine. There, whatever. Why is it being such a dick? Okay. All right, so wow, look at that inception, huh? Stop sharing. Bring back Paul.
Make sure you bring back the right me.
Yeah, there's only one of you for me to. There's only one of you for me to bring back. Honestly.
And yeah, that's what's weird. So on our streaming end, we don't see that twirly Paul. He's like stuck in YouTube verse.
Yeah, I tried to share my screen and it just fucking gave me Inception. All right, yeah, we'll both ditch. Let's both ditch Paul and see what happens. And I'm back. And it's just Paul. How on earth is it just Paul? Oh my god. That's horrible. Oh man, StreamYard fails us. Oh, StreamYard fails us, Paul.
Epic fail.
Epic, I don't know what to do. I can't even see it on my screen anymore. It's not even there.
Do like a single, like a screen share for yourself, and we can leave it like that for a little while, and then switch back and forth if you want. Just
I guess I'll just have to do it like that. Wow. Well, all right. So, well, that's not quite what we wanted, but hey, roll with them punches. At least they can hear you still.
Yeah. I'm just snapping away anyway. So.
Yeah, I've just been here noodling away on these bumps.
Canoodling?
It won't focus because it loves the stickers on my workbench. It says, I prefer to focus far away, Brian. Can I just look at your t-shirt all day? No, camera, look at what I want to show you, you piece of poo. Looks kind of like, it's got like a weird, like, sea creature face. It looks kind of cool that way. But yeah, so I've been, I'll get real close and won't have a choice. Yeah, so I've just been adding these scribe details. As you can see, all my filing marks and everything's still on there. But yeah, I've been trying to like tune in these ends. As you can see, this one looks pretty decent. This one needs a little bit more work. I've just been like trying to create a scribe line freehand where there isn't one. So there you go, Paulie. I'm freehanding.
Never go full freehand.
Never go full freehand. All right. Well, at least when we do this whole solo presentation thing, actually restarting the stream might be the right idea.
Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's freaking restart this stream. Screw it. I'm going back to my face real quick to show you guys my honest sincerity. I have no fucking clue what happened. So we're going to restart the stream in now, essentially. And we'll see y'all back in about 2 shakes. Sorry.
We'll be back.
Be back.